Coimbra, one of the most beautiful cities in Portugal. This weekend, we had a huge pleasure to be part of a hackathon and a conference. I'm here with Bia. Hello,
Exactly.
Bia.
Hello.
How are you?
So Shift APPens, it's a 48 hours hackathon, where a group of students, 2 to 4 students, come together and develop a project, and then they're evaluated by our juries, in design and implementation, everything. And then we have a lot of prizes. It's really good for the networking. We are right now 150 students here, participants here, and it's really good.
We had a total of 8 projects running Jakarta with AI, and the feedback was unanimous. They don't believe how easy can be coding with Java, especially with Jakarta EE. With Denise. So, hi, Denise.
Thank you for having me. I was doing a challenge given by Jakarta EE. Personally, I don't really enjoy Java all that much. The last time I've touched in Java was like 3 years ago for a class on university. So it was really forgotten. So I was worried about the REST endpoints and all that, all those things that normally it's a little bit harder. But Jakarta made it pretty manageable. It was very easy to implement, very intuitive, and it made the work a lot easier, for sure.
Here with Denise
And Guilherme.
and Guilherme, of course.
It was very useful. We didn't know how useful it will be for our project. We didn't expect to in our plans, but we adapt Jakarta to our project, and it was very useful, and it's a tool that I advise to use.
Well, I think it's a lot of similar with C Sharp. It was nice to implement. It's not that it wasn't that hard from C Sharp.
So you had experience with C Sharp, then you tried Jakarta and feel that sometimes it was way easier than the C Sharp, right?
Yeah.
So, and more time work in hackathon. Yes, 8 projects running Jakarta EE with AI. And let's see Ivar thoughts about how was this hackathon.
Absolutely enjoy it. It's such an energy, and to see all these students work on this technology. They work 72 hours while we go home and sleep, and they stay here and work. So it's amazing. Those 8 projects were amazing. Trust me, it was super fascinating to see even high school students impressed how easy Java could be using Jakarta EE. But it is time to define who was the winner. That is it. So I'm finally at home. It was a good conference where we could see people using Jakarta EE with AI, proving that the Java enterprise is future-proof, where you can integrate with several AI and so on. I saw people using it was good. I saw a couple mistakes. I will enumerate those and explain how to avoid those when you are doing software development. So the biggest mistake that they did was trust totally inside the prompt if you dial doing a proper context and proper direction. So the request you do a query and find by the entity. And as you can see this code, they use entity manager, they operate a lot of code. But if they were using the newest specification, for example, Jakarta data, they could do the same code with a single interface and a single line of code. In general, I could see that they could do less and deliver the same result using the most modern library and code from the specification itself. Another point, remember, AI in general took the average code, and unfortunately, the average code is pretty bad. So remember to request and do smarter prompts, for example, to verify and check to use a solid principle. In your case, might be domain-driven design and so on. Another point is be aware of standards. So make sure that the prompts are in good direction about your style. So you are using clean architecture, go for it. You are using domain-driven design. You are using MVC and so on. So make sure that the whole code are going to the right direction. Another point that I saw was over-engineering. So they're starting to put a lot of complexity because they might need that in the future. However, they had 3 days, actually the whole weekend, to deliver some code. It starts simpler and then enhance step by step. Avoid doing over-engineering. So they did that, and I advise you to don't do the same. And finally, understand what you need to do, understand the tool that you're using, and then request help to AI. Otherwise, again, they will generate based on the average code, and unfortunately, they might take some old Java style. So the modern enterprise Java is way simpler than using the Java code from 10, 15 years ago. So that is it. It was an amazing. So hopefully you got those advice and start exploring more and more the AI project inside your Java, especially with software development. So please let me know your thoughts and let me know how you are using Java with AI on both inside your code or to generate your code with software development.